but you need a structure and a process and goals. And can we just say this out loud? Everyone stop relying on automation for everything.
If I go to the gym once and everything hurts and I never go back, do I get any results? No. But if I push through and make it a week, then the second week is a lot easier.
All right. Still October-ish, even though we record these in advance, so it's always awkward. But that's how effective we are. We get out so early. You know, so that way we don't have to scramble.
Correct.
And marketing doesn't have to scramble. But
no.
Today we're going to talk about what we predict for 2026. So, Stephen, what is your top prediction that we think agencies need to have in their strategic plan to get into 2026?
I think that we have to have, as part of our business plan, a clear renewal process. Because
it's proactive and gets out ahead of everything.
We have to be extreme, like not just proactive, like I'm talking like extreme proactivity.
Like calling every customer at renewal?
Like maybe even a month before we even think about their renewal, so that we think about it before they think about it. Here's my psychic powers telling me. Are we ready? My crystal ball, I had to ask Alexa to channel it for me from my house. But I think that we're going to see a shift where people start finding options for insurance again. Maybe the market's been a little hard, but it's going to not go down in price necessarily, but soften. And once one person tells their friend that they had an option, then another person tells a friend they had an option, everybody's going to go into a frenzy. So we almost have to be so far ahead of it that we're telling the client we're a resource, we're here for them, we want to hold their hand and help them, so that they aren't getting that crap policy from the agent down the road that has all the exclusions, horrible deductibles, and coverage that they don't even understand. We need to be their friend. We need to be the one that advises them. They've stuck with us this long. Let's give them the service they're paying for.
I love that. And can I just share results? You know, I love numbers.
I love psychic powers. You love numbers.
Yeah. So we had two national agencies, and private equity backed. One agency had 30,000 renewals a month. The other agency beta tested 10 different retention strategies. And we were one of them. We came out the best. So one, in 9 months, moved their retention 6 percentage points. So if they were at 85%, that would put them at 91% in 9 months. That's ginormous. They had 30,000 policy renewals a month. So hello, this works. The other one on our beta test, it was in 5 months. So they'd still have 4 more months, 5 points. So when we talk about these renewal review calls, I am so sick of everybody it's poking the bear. We can't do it. We don't have time. I'm like, why don't you stop and listen to why this works? It saves you time. It's also a sales strategy. People think it's service, it's retention, cross-sell, upsell, referrals, saving your accounts. It brings in money.
And seeing agencies that with the renewal reviews are outselling the sales team.
I know. And this is
because they're literally just like, well, I see we only have your X. And did you know we also offer? And they're like, oh, you do?
It's infuriating.
We already offer that carrier. Can we not just service the whole account?
Yeah. Then you can AOR, BOR it over. But
whatever needs to happen.
I know. I mean, I could go on all day, but if you don't believe in renewal review calls, why don't you fight me, bro? I'll win. I've got
which I think then backs up to the sales process, right? Like, how do we maximize what's coming in? And those thousands of things in our databases that are just dead and dying and have been previously with us, or at least told us at one point we were pretty, and they wanted to go on a date.
Well, and they have a quote process on a sales process in most agencies. Right. So how do we connect, make the person feel good, get all their policies, close at a high level? And it's like everyone just got so, I think this is another thing you have to focus on, because in the hard market, everyone was like, oh, we have a market. Yay. It's not competitive. Everyone got so sour pussy. That's going to be over again. And you have all these people you quoted and couldn't help. We need to retarget them. You have leads. but you need a structure and a process and goals. And can we just say this out loud? Everyone stop relying on automation for everything. Like I can't tell you how many agents. Well, we email those and we email the win back. I was like, oh, you say you broadcast email this garbage. You know what I get when I do that? I get buy. I was like, why don't you cherry pick at least? So do that, but then cherry pick the top 20% to call.
Take out the phone.
Do you pay them? Because you do pay them, right? Is it that they won't do it, or you're an ineffective leader, or you don't have the gusto to actually hold them accountable and saying, no, we're doing this?
Well, and what's hilarious a lot of times, especially with sales teams, is once you start requiring the steps, they're like, oh, this is great. I'm like, but yet you fought me for 3 months. Now, suddenly you're making more money and it's easier to close deals and you're ecstatic because we got over the freaking first times or following something new or trying something different.
Yeah, people. So I think it's not a recommendation. It's a freaking requirement.
And I think that's an important part of a strategic plan for the agency is remembering that it's like exercise. If I go to the gym once and everything hurts and I never go back, which tends to happen often, do I get any results? No. But if I push through and make it a week, then the second week is a lot easier.
Take your damn leave and get your ass to the gym.
That's right. I'm just saying. Like there's days I need to take my own advice, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the agency, it's important to remember there's going to be bumps and things. We have to just be ready for it and have a plan.
Yeah. My next one is hiring. Okay.
Should I hire wait, they're breathing. Should I hire them, Kelly?
Well, here's the thing. Like we are in the people business. I like to say so Stephen knows we have been recruiting and hiring and made some really great hires here, but it was a 7 or 8 step process for me. Flying out and seeing them. We work all remote. I flew out and saw people. Stephen came some of them, right? We had personality tests. If I was a clothing manufacturer, I would obsess over the fabric, right? We go out and fly and see them and touch and figure out the right fabrics. We don't sell anything. Our sales are people, and we literally don't do a great job hiring. And I think that's because we hire out of desperation, not preparation, number one.
Absolutely.
And number two, we're so scared to train somebody on insurance. And for all of the clients out there that I have, they're like, it's so hard to find people. It's so hard. I was going, well, you know what? If 6 months ago you found somebody that was smart and had a good attitude, they would have 6 months insurance experience right now. So,
which is what, we're all looking for the unicorn, but we get the unicorn and they still don't do it the way we wanted them to do it.
Train them.
Right.
On our system or the way we like to do things. And so I always think if maybe this is resonating with you, maybe even just start by building your process and procedure so it's easier to train somebody. But we have a crisis in this industry. People are getting the retirement. They're going to leave. We do not have enough people to backfill. So it kind of leads me to my next situation. We need to start embracing virtual assistants, bots, and adoption of technology. So I know a lot of you have virtual assistants, but the ones that don't yet, I think have a little bit of they're a little scared, right? Well, how does this work? I don't know. Do we need them? Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of preconceived bias. I can tell you, we will have far more people in the Philippines than we will in the US.
I love it.
Yeah. They're so kind and smart and pick up on things and do things I don't want to do. And yes, was it different? But we did it 7 years ago, probably 8, over just about 7 years ago. I started with VAs. I started before you did.
You did.
Yeah, I started before Stephen did.
I failed twice with them, and then finally all the pieces started clicking.
Yeah, I mean, and if I think about it, where we are 7 years later, so we've been in business 11 years, we wouldn't be where we are today without them. And if you're struggling with it, and then here's the thing, my team won't use them. When I hear that, I want to go through the freaking roof.
It's just when they say that my clients don't want EFT or my clients
won't use them. Oh, they won't use them. Is it optional? I'm sorry. I'm struggling here to understand. So they're telling you their backlog, they can't get to anything, but they won't use a resource over here. So then we need to get everybody out of the pool and hit the restart button and go back to basics. And you need to look at bots. There's a lot of stupid stuff we do in insurance, like checking carrier websites for NOCs and following up 3 days later. Let the bots handle some of this grunt work that we have to do. Back to what we were talking about in the last podcast, if you didn't listen to it, but I think one of the steps that we have in our annual strategic plan, in addition to these new resources that we're building for 2026's strategic planner. So everything we just talked about, we're going to give you as part of our strategic planner that we have. We also have a tech audit. I want you to get out your P&L, find every freaking vendor you're paying, and look at each line. And then I want you to find out how many people are using it.
Yeah, please.
And if they're not, you need to then go back to your process and procedure, retrain, and hold people accountable. But if you're not using the tech stack you have, that's crazy.
Well, find out why not. Like sometimes it's great tech, but the team just isn't seeing the value yet.
Or sometimes the team just doesn't want to change.
Yeah.
Or
and if there's
say, well, this one little thing doesn't work exactly the way I want it to, so I'm going to do it manually.
When I use this, it takes me 13 seconds to update this one box. So instead I'm going to type this 14 times by hand.
But not every client likes it that way. Well, if 80% do, that's great, right? Like, I would love my agency to get automated forms for my E&S policy, my E&O policy. Like, it's so annoying to get it and be like, how do I get everything in here? And I set it up on my own DocuSign, which is equally annoying. So we have to get through technology adoption, get your team to use it. And that's all going to be in our strategic planner of how to make that happen. Also, I think that the three other things I just want to mention real quick are that you got to think about for 2026. This is not new, but damn it. If I could give one gift to the customer service reps out there, anybody in a service role, inbound sales, first call resolution will change your mother effing life. Like, change your life. It will take what you think is 28 minutes down to 8 minutes. And I don't know why we can't get people to I have to write down an endorsement in my notebook. Why? Well, I like to go back to it. I need to listen to the person. They hear me typing. I'm not paying attention. I go, if I didn't hear you typing, I would have concerns of where are you putting this information for me?
Right.
Like, I can't get over, like, I don't know why, Stephen, there's such an adverse reaction to first call resolution. Oh, I know why. Because people would have to wear a headset. And it's the number one thing that people fight me on in an insurance agency is wearing a headset.
I know, but I finally have a travel one after we fought about it years ago.
That's great.
I love them so much. I have 3 to 5.
Listen, to me, it's your customer service crown. Okay. Wear it proudly, right? Bedazzle it if you need to. But first call resolution, one and done. Customers happy. Party. We can tell them any premium changes. Woo!
Yes.
It's done. It's in your system. There's none of this.
Get in front of the surprise so they don't call back.
It was the crux of our efficiency training, like first call resolution. And it's funny how people like do it and they're like, oh, this is great. I don't know why I didn't think about it. I'm like, I don't know why you thought any other way to do it. Next one is client management, which means you manage the client. The client doesn't manage you. We're getting an EFT. You're telling them expectations. You're having boundaries of how they get the best service. It's not whatever needs to happen.
Which in my mind as a leader, I was like, this is all things that everybody on the team knows. And then we had to go through this thing called agency standard. And as we're rolling them out, the team's like, what? You mean I have to offer EFT every time? I thought it was an option. Okay, I'll just tell them they have to do it. And I'm like, literally all I had to do on a piece of paper was write offer EFT every time. And you're all now bought in. You're like, I'm sorry. We offer EFT as the primary payment. Okay.
And what am I like? I guess after many years of therapy to deal with childhood trauma, I've converted boundaries into insurance.
I mean,
your client boundaries.
Yes, what are our client boundaries? You mean you've canceled 3 times and told me that I'm ugly and screamed in my face, and I get to say, no, I'm not helping you a 4th time. But
yes, that is funny. I don't know. I think it's like It's like, well, but what about Mrs. Smith, who only wants to come in and, pays the last day that she possibly can? We're not going to keep her credit card on file? No.
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 You sometimes need to make it painful.
I don't know what she's going to do, but I know what we're not going to do.
She can find a friend at another agency to bond with. We're not making a whole lot of money off that account.
She can pay it all. It's just, yeah. And then the last step is effective use of AI. We're going to have a whole section on effective use of AI.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, effective. This is not going to be like, you could go ahead and put in AI, all this crazy stuff, because I still don't trust where some of the data is stored. This is going to be.
My new favorite is I'm like, please provide sources. And
well, some people are like, oh, I put my whole carrier statement in there and it reconciles my commissions. I'm like, okay.
But can anybody else ever see that?
I have some questions.
So many questions.
Yeah, so this is going to be like AI kind of like 101, maybe 201 for some fun stuff. But this is not going to be like, I have bots that are taking policies. That does happen. There are bots that will take full applications. But I will be upfront and with everybody that in my head, I'm not trusting that just yet. So you are only going to get things that in 2025, going in 2026, KDP can say, I fully trust that this is a good use of AI resources. Okay. So if you're trying to figure out, well, I got this whole agency, I need a plan. All the things we just talked about, we are literally giving you in our strategic planner. So you are literally getting the hiring guide, how we got to hire. You are literally getting our best strategy for retaining customers. You're literally getting our sales process. You're literally getting all of this. So as you're building your plan, you already have this like prepackaged, ready to go option, which is so cool. So cool. So Stephen, any other thoughts that you have on how we need to play 2026?
If you don't have a plan, you're going down in flames. So make it happen. No, maybe not, but kind of close. If we don't plan for it, we can't achieve it. And more nightmares come. And then we don't know what to do because everybody freaks out because we don't have a plan to begin with. And then it's halfway through the year already again. And then we're having another panic attack. And then we have to play triage again. And the cycle needs to end. So let's be proactive and plan ahead.
And also, too, I think your team appreciates knowing what's ahead. In insurance, we like to prepare for a lot of things. So why not give everybody a really good roadmap for that?
Give them what they want.
That's right. All right. Our next podcast, you guys can go into his strategy examples. So we're going to take some of these that we just talked about and give you actual examples from agencies we work with on how they're doing each one of these, so that it's not just like, oh, that sounds nice for other people. The other people could be you.
The other people that we're talking about could be you.
Yeah. All right, Stephen, I will see you in the next podcast.